We are back. Welcome back to another episode of the Source. Loaded night tonight. 11 games on tonight. I like a lot of them too. I think I got 8 items on the menu as of now, so clearly I'm gonna have to narrow that shit down. So in this video, I'll be running through the first 6 games. Give me a couple hours on the second video. I'll be running through the last 5. VIP sheets going out normal time around 5:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. We're making some units tonight.
Welcome to the Source.
Hey, get the Source.
The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
First game up is Hornets Nuggets in Charlotte. This line open Hornets plus 5.5. A little bit of a home dog here to start. Early action's all on Denver. I think it was 95% of early money on the Nuggets. Consensus line would start to move, and that's where we start to see some Hornets money come in. Now we're looking at Hornets plus 6.5. Money's close to even now. So as that line got higher, more and more people were jumping on the Hornets. I know Denver's dropped 3 of their last 4. I know a lot of you have sold your stock in the Nuggets, but their 3 losses were Brooklyn, LA, and Utah. I mean, not the easiest stretch of games for the Nuggets here. Will Barton's still out for Denver, but it looks like Aaron Gordon's gonna play. Hornets still, Devontae Graham is still questionable. We don't know. I don't think he's going to play, though, to be honest. But as of right now, we still don't know. I'm not going to overthink this one. I'm going to take the Nuggets here. I'm going to lay the 6.5 points, and I'm going to throw it on the menu. Charlotte has not looked good recently. Ever since Devontae Graham went out, LaMelo Ball came back from injury, and Devontae Graham went out at the same time. Since that point, the Hornets have not looked good. So, Nuggets minus 6.5 on the menu. If Devontae Graham ends up playing, there's a chance I take it off. We'll see. VIPs, make sure you check your sheets for that. So Nuggets minus 6.5 on the menu. Anything changes, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, next game. Next game up is Pistons T-Wolves in Detroit. This line open Detroit plus 7.5. Another home dog here. All the action's on Minnesota. I think it was 78% of early money on the T-Wolves. Money stays on Minnesota all through last night, all through this morning. Consensus line does react. We're looking at Detroit plus 8 instead of Detroit plus 7.5 now. I know Detroit as a home dog looks appetizing to a lot of you, especially those who have been subscribed. We've been hitting Detroit as home dogs all year, but they're going to be missing some pieces tonight. Listen to this. So, Magruder, Plumlee, Joseph, Grant, Ellington, Diallo, Josh Jackson, and Frank Jackson all out for Detroit. Not to mention Dennis Smith Jr. is out, but he's been out for a while. That's a lot of talent not playing for Detroit. T-Wolves, on the other hand, they've been low-key red hot for about 3 weeks now. No one's really noticing that Minnesota looks like a playoff team. Obviously they're not, but they're playing like one. So give me Minnesota minus 8 and throw it on the menu. If anything, that one's pretty safe. Nothing's going to change. But make sure you check Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. Next game. Next game up, we got a rematch here. Celtics versus Heat in Boston. Heat won the first one. I'm recording this video a little earlier than usual, so I don't have any bets or money data to show you at this time. I'm assuming the money's on Miami, because the consensus line has moved from 1.5 up to Boston plus 2. All right, so the Heat blasted them in the first game, right? They were up like 30 at one point. But the Celtics clawed all the way back to only lose by 6. So the question we need answered is, did the Heat take their foot off the pedal and let the Celtics back in the game? Or did Brad Stevens make an adjustment for Boston to bring them back? I watched the game, I really don't remember. Now, this is why I'm looking to hire handicappers soon, because I will just send someone the game footage and be like, yo, watch this game, tell me what's different in the second half. Are the Heat letting up, or did the Celtics change up their style? And report back to me in 2 hours. But I don't have time, it's just me. So unfortunately, I don't have the resources to pull that off. Like I mentioned on Twitter, Jaylen Brown is officially out for the season now. Look, I have to play Miami here. I have to put Miami minus 2 on the menu. The Heat look completely locked and loaded, ready for the playoffs right now. Boston just doesn't at all. They seem to be imploding. So give me the Heat minus 2 on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. Next game. Next game up, we got Raptors Clippers in Tampa. This line opened Toronto plus 11.5. Big spread here. Early bets and early money on the Raptors. The money does a complete 180 overnight because now it's leaning towards the Clips. The books do not like it. It went from 11.5. Now we're at Toronto plus 12.5. Kind of a weird situation here for the Raptors. So they have a bunch of guys out tonight, right? Lowry, Siakam, Van Vliet, OG Anunoby's out. A few other pieces too. They got a bunch of guys sitting. On paper, if you just glance, they've lost 6 of their last 7 games. But if you look closer and you've been following the Raptors, they've been playing hard. They've been covering some spread. So they're not, even though they've been missing guys recently, they're not just laying down. Not tonight, though. The Clippers are coming off a loss, a tough loss. Who beat them again? Who'd the Clippers just lose to? Oh, shit, that's right. The Knicks handled them in their own building. Handled them. Kawhi Leonard looking like a fool in his own building. Don't f with the Knicks, man. I like the Clippers in a little bit of a bounce-back game here. I like them by 15 at least. Gave me the Clips minus 12.5. I'm going to leave it off the menu for now. Probably going to stay off the menu, but VIPs, check your sheets in case I sneak it back on there. Clippers minus 12.5. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, Facebook, next game. Next game up, we got a cool Western Conference game here. Grizzlies, Mavs in Memphis. This line open, Memphis plus 1.5. Here's another game where I don't have any bets or money data to show you because I'm recording this video earlier than I normally do. I'm assuming the money's on Dallas, because the line has moved from Memphis plus 1.5 to Memphis plus 2. At this point, I'm definitely leaning Dallas here. The Mavs look great recently. Memphis just squeaked the game out last night against the Pelicans. It was last night. It was just a few hours ago. Mavericks should be well rested, playing great. Also, I really don't like the point guard matchup for Memphis. I love Ja Morant, but Luka's got some meat on him now. Luka's a big boy now, and he knows how to throw his weight around. He's got a serious size advantage over Ja Morant. And if you watch Luka play, he's not scared to bang around when he's got the size mismatch. So he'll be in there exploiting that mismatch, should create some double teams. Tim Hardaway Jr. is like a complete sniper now. Look at Tim Hardaway Jr.'s game logs. He's been balling recently. You all know I love betting the Grizzlies. I've been betting them all year, but it's just a bad spot for them. Give me Dallas minus 2. I'm throwing it on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook next game. Next game up, we got Bulls Nets in Chicago. This line open, Bulls plus 5.5, another home dog. Early action all on the Nets. We're talking 90% of early money on Brooklyn. Yo, check this out though. A tiny bit of Chicago Bulls money comes in over the course of last night and this morning. Tiny bit. A little 5% slow shift towards Chicago. Line drops an entire point from 5.5 down to 4.5. What's going on? Are the Nets sitting somebody? Is this a trap? Do the books like the Bulls here? I have no idea. I honestly don't care. Give me Brooklyn, man. I like that little win streak Chicago's got. Seriously, it's adorable. Like injured Hornets team. Ooh, they beat the Pistons. A plummeting Celtics team. That's cute, Chicago. The Nets' last 4 games, we're talking at Dallas, at Denver, at Milwaukee twice. This is not the same. Chicago, I think you have a decent year planned for next year. I like the little foundation you're building if you could solid up the defense a little, but Nets are going to beat them. Give me Nets minus 4.5. I don't give a shit what the books are doing. Lock it in on the menu. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. That's it for the first half. That's the first 6 games. VIPs, remember, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be sending out your sheets. A lot of money to be made tonight. Be back in a couple hours with the other 5 games.